this content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
No.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings, you're watching SeptumSin versus the world. I'm SeptumSin. This is Kotobukijake.
Hey.
And we're here to show you what we got.
Yeah.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Oh boy.
At least the good stuff that we got.
Hey, we got quality stuff. It's only been about 5
Indeed.
pickups average a week for a while.
Well, yeah.
5 is good because it's like a good, like solid pickup window.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, when you get 7 to 10, it just.
Well, sometimes you have those big ones that you really want to do, but I've got some fun ones here. I'm going to start with a couple from my last Dollar Tree visit. And I'm going to start with one that we talked a couple weeks back about how Dollar Tree had brought in a whole bunch of pretty cool stuff. And some of what they brought in was some Woody Allen films. And we had apparently decided on 4 titles that they had, but I found a 5th one. And kind of like the 2 I presented, I'm mostly sure I didn't already have this. Mostly. But it's a pretty fun one. It's the movie Stardust Memories, where you got Woody Allen with Charlotte Rampling, Jessica Harper, Tony Roberts, etc. I want to say this was the early 80s. Am I remembering that? Yeah, 1980. Okay. But, yeah, good solid film. And like I said, you know, even if it is a duplicate, I'll happily get it for $1. I'm pretty sure it's not a duplicate, though.
Yep, I'd buy that for $1.
Exactly.
What was that one about? Do you remember?
It says a sharp satirical look at the high price of fame. But yeah, basically it's he plays a filmmaker who's tired of being funny, and you know.
Is that one where they keep saying it's like, you know, like your early funny pictures?
I think it might be, yeah. And I do remember enjoying this one. I thought it was pretty good.
All right. Well, you know what's funny? Because 2 of mine are going to be Dollar Tree pickups, but not this first one.
Right.
It's a video game. My dice came up wild, which is either a numbered entry or a video game entry. I want to get the video game ones out of the way.
Cool.
So, I've got a game called Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Now, I got this with an extra discount over the holiday from GameStop. Now, the original, one of the original people behind Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, created this under a Kickstarter. And the Kickstarter was so successful, he also created 2 8-bit old-school Castlevania-style games, which were pretty fun. I played the first one, and I beat it, which I have to be very interested in a game to beat it these days. So that should tell you right there. This one, I haven't played it yet, but I've seen it. It is a beautiful looking game. It very much does look to play like Symphony of the Night, which was a Metroidvania style game. So, you know, I am very much looking forward to kicking this one into gear eventually.
Sounds fun.
I actually did beat the main campaign on Spider-Man the other day, so I'm gearing up for another game. It's just I want to finish up those DLC missions first.
I want to play that game one of these days, but who knows?
It's real good too. Yeah.
Yeah, and that one looks kind of fun that you have there. My primary theme, well, I have two themes. One is Dollar Tree, and then the other one is going to be conversions. That's actually going to be the bulk of what I have tonight. And there were actually 3 Dollar Tree pickups that were conversions from DVD to Blu-ray. And one of them is a film I still have yet to see. I actually got the DVD dirt cheap at the library, and I just haven't gotten around to it. And it's from Dane's favorite filmmaker, Michael Bay. Very, not one of his acclaimed films, but one I've been interested in, called The Island, with Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson. Looks pretty fun. I'll give it a go eventually. Obviously, I never got around to watching the initial copy. And I'll get that knocked out soon. But again, I'd buy it for $1.
All right, so this is one I bought from Wet Movie 1. I've never seen it, but I thought it was there. I've got his eBay store down below if you want to buy some stuff as well. I wanted to get this as Twilight Time, and Twilight Time usually is limited on their physicals. And that's Beloved Infidel. I've heard a lot about this movie.
Yeah.
But I've never actually seen it. Based on the Sheila Graham's memoir about her romance with one of America's greatest writers, F. Scott Fitzgerald, focuses on Fitzgerald's last tormented years in Hollywood. Gregory Peck stars as the once celebrated author struggling with creative, financial, and family turmoil who finds a kind of salvation in a stormy yet tender love affair with ambitious Hollywood columnist played by Deborah Kerr. So I've heard a lot of cool things about this, and I've wanted to see it. And it's a pretty cool looking cover also. In Twilight Time, like I say, if you see one come available and it looks like something that you might want to watch, it's probably a good idea to grab it because they go out of print real easy. So it's just kind of cool to have it.
Yeah, that does sound cool.
It's a series, so I don't know. I think it's a movie, but it just says limited edition series. So I'm guessing series of films.
Okay. Yeah, I have heard about that one, and I'm not familiar with that imprint. So, okay, the other one, nice little $1 upgrade, which actually I believe was a major upgrade because I think I had a pretty basic original edition, and this is a nice deluxe edition, is the Ben Stiller starred and directed Zoolander, which does have a lot of bonus features. Look at that there. It was an interesting movie. It was fun. He goes a little over the top playing a total dingbat, Derek Zoolander, but it was a pretty good skewering of high fashion world.
I've got Zoolander too. I don't know if that's any good, but
they did actually have that, but it was only on DVD, and I was like, it seems kind of silly to be converting the one and then go ahead and get the other in the same.
I just have a hard time justifying getting that movie on Blu-ray.
Takes up less space. That's all justification I need at this point.
Well, my first of the 2 Dollar Tree pickups I have here is one that was infamously bad. It's a John Travolta film called Gotti.
I was tempted.
It's one of those it's been considered so bad I just want to see it for myself. And $1 is even cheaper than a rental. So Gotti is the incredible true story of John V. Gotti, his rise to power to take the mantle of boss of the Gambino crime family, to become the most dangerous criminal in modern history. So, I don't know. I like a good gangster film, and it could be okay. I like John Travolta overall, so who knows? Maybe people are oversensitive to it.
Yeah, maybe. You're right. That one was almost infamously bad, and I wasn't $1.25 was okay. But
Well, what's Dollar Tree is dollar. It wasn't $1 before it updated to $1.25.
you'll have to let me know. So you're frozen. Will not pretend.
Man, your internet's cutting.
Right. Okay, my last upgrade is one I know you're going to love. It's one that we were hoping would be featured in our Mustache Matinee, and it did not happen. And that was Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Nice Will Ferrell classic there by Adam McKay. Decent number of special features. So again, this is a full upgrade because I had a bare bones DVD release. This is one where I can say definitively you do not need the sequel. The sequel sucked horribly. But this was a fun one. A little bit of a minor classic, I think. And happy to have that upgraded in more ways than one.
I used to hate Will Ferrell, and that movie was one of the reasons why. I didn't like that one.
He's supposed to be a pompous twit in the movie.
I didn't like Step Brothers.
Yeah, I didn't care for that as much.
There was at least another one I didn't like, but I was like, I didn't like that caveman one. The Land of the Lost.
Oh, that movie sucked.
Yeah.
That movie sucked horrible. I won't deny he had some bad films, but
so this other one is another Dollar Tree pickup, and I had to get this one. And this one is a film called Secret Ballot. I was curious about it.
yes, it does look curious.
Let's see here. Secret Ballot is a satirical comedy that humorously sheds light on the universal discrepancies of voting and gender differences. So it looks like, I'm not sure something like this. Well, I'm curious as I would make this a comedy, but it's got French stuff involved, so maybe.
Oh, I like French films.
But I am curious, and again, for $1 or $1.25, I think this was an older one, so probably $1. It's not bad for that. I could do that.
Is that a Magnolia release?
No, actually, Sony put it out.
Oh, okay. It just looks like something that would be in Magnolia's wheelhouse.
It does.
Okay.
You would think so, but no.
All right. Well, that looks like a good one. My last one, most assuredly, is not a Dollar Tree pickup. It was, in fact, one that I pre-ordered, but it's a conversion nonetheless, and it's a conversion of a film. It's part of a film series that I really want to see the full series converted. So I'm kind of probably going to end up pre-ordering these films just to indicate to the publisher that they need to do so. And I get to do another mini Amazon rant because even though I pre-ordered this, they were out of stock when it was supposed to be released. Amazon needs to stop freaking overselling their pre-orders.
Yeah.
But luckily, they were able to get stock about 2 weeks later. But still, this wasn't like that Violet Evergarden debacle, but it could have been. That's just horrible business practice. Amazon needs to stop doing that.
That's
But
what I'm worried
anyway,
about with the Interspecies Reviewers series, that they the right stuff over ordered.
right.
Even though their founder says we never do that. I've had at least one item.
They did
already
that with
canceled
Violet
for that.
Evergarden.
Yeah. So it's like, no, we never do that. Oh.
So, anywho, so this, like I said, is one that I had an unwatched copy, just like the Island. I had an unwatched copy on DVD and Zoolander, it turns out. Anchorman, I guess, is the only one where I'm converting one that was officially filed into the collection. And I'm not sure where I put it. But this is the first of 6, but it's the second to be released by Discotek in the Urusayetsura series. The first film, Only You. So I guess we'll show you for comparison. Different cover art, obviously. And obviously takes up a lot less space, which is nice. But anyway, so the third one comes out, I think, in a month and a half, right? And then I haven't heard about the further releases, but I'm hoping they get through all 6 of them.
I'd only convert.
It'd be nice to adapt together on Blu-ray. Yeah. What's that?
I would only convert if I'd only convert with it if I ended up having
see,
assurances of OVA and series. Yeah.
Unlike 99% of the anime fans out there, you don't need to convert because you have the whole set.
Well,
now with the movies, when I got Beautiful Dreamer, I did not have it. And I'm still missing, I think, maybe 2 of the films, but I still can't remember which ones.
Discotek could do the whole series and probably have it be that thick. And then they could do the OVA.
Oh no, it'd be at least that thick. Hey. The only part that that looks like a nice complete set on my shelf is the OVA. I'd still consider converting that. But the other parts, I would love to have an excuse to, But anyway, like I said, these will all look nice stacked up next.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're Anyway, go ahead.
I don't know what's happened with your internet. It keeps cutting in and out. But I can understand you basically. Okay. But I got a big ender. And that is the Folklore trilogy. I had to get this because I want all 3 films, and I'm still uncertain if that third film is going to release physically in another way. I'm hoping it does, but it's still a fancy-looking set where it has all 3 of this studio's films, Cartoon Saloon's films, Song of the Sea, Secret of Kells, and Wolfwalkers. Not in that order, but Song of the Sea is the only one I haven't seen. I think you've seen all 3 of them.
I have indeed.
Was exclusive to Apple, but I'm also going to be nice.
Sure.
I usually don't like to open these, but I thought I will do an unboxing for you guys. Just for you guys. Because Jacob knows I don't like to usually open them unless I'm watching them. It's also my way of telling if I've watched something or not in my collection. I've got so much of it, sometimes I forget. Okay. I have to get the plastic undone. All right. Well, the first thing I notice is that this is a little sheet of paper on the back,
Don't.
but it's got a cute little bookender right here. So we, of course, have this slide out, and it's actually a fairly nice box there. Let me see if this actually fits into the box, because that does bother me when something like this is a little bit too big. Because I like to, okay, it does fit in the box. That'll be good. All right, let's take a look at what we've got here. We have what looks to be a poster. Which is essentially the cover, but still, that's a nice size poster of it. So that's something that you get if you order this. You also get a nice little paperback book. Which, gives you some art that they've drawn in here and backgrounds. And it's really cool. I like the stuff here. Their stuff is, ever since Secret of Kells, they've been very good at racking up Oscar nominations. And they deserve it, too. I mean, They're very good stories. Mm-hmm. They've got good messages to them. And the music is almost always phenomenal.
Oh, it is incredible. Yep.
All
Which
right,
is sadly where they do not get the Oscar nods, but should.
And now for the controversial side. So, we already see this one's a little bit loose in there. See this little styrofoam thing? That's what people are upset about. But you can understand it was loose in the thing there. As you can see, it's back in. When I say loose, I mean I actually don't feel it was loose. But it does have this tendency to... Let me see if I can get it to where it will bend up. There we go. Because it has a tendency to have that little styrofoam thing bend down, which pushes the thing out of the set, which is why I think people are a little bit pissy over it. See, this one has it a little bit bent as well for Secret of Kells. But it pops out there. It's not as bad as some. And the styrofoam does not scratch the disc. So, there are much worse things.
Right.
It's not one I would like to take them out and in a lot, but for the purpose of me watching it maybe once or twice, that's not so bad. And wolf walkers, and they all come with special features. So, you have that as well. But I'm trying to see if I can get the little bent part out. There we go. So, yeah. So there we go. It's back in. So, I mean, you can do this. It doesn't fall.
Right.
People were really aggravated about that. But if I compare it to other things that have been there, like spools.
Yeah.
Or when they put them in little paper sheets that they stack.
Yeah.
They're much worse things. It's still a pretty solidly built set.
It looks nice. I want it.
It looks good on the shelf.
Yep.
So I am glad to get a hold of it. Well,
cool.
That was the vast majority of the of the pickup time, I guess, with me showing that off. But we knew that when we went into it.
Right.
And it's worth it, though, to show off that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to have it. I'm glad to have wolf walkers, really, more than the other two. I had the other two. So technically, it's not really upgrading because they're on Blu-ray. They're expensive, too. So, whatever I do with those, I'm going to try and get some money back.
Well, it comes. Right.
But you know what, though? They're unopened.
Okay.
And an unopened one, if I sell it for under 20, it'll go quickly. Because because it's hard to find ones under 20. And unopened,
It is.
under 20, you're impossible. Per movie, I mean.
Right.
So, with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and share with your friends. We lost some subscribers in the What Movie Won thing, which put us back under 300. But we gained 2 subscribers this week, and we thank you both. That's put us up to 299. So we just need 1 more subscriber, and we're back to 300 again.
All right.
So that's going to be good. And who knows, maybe a lot of the new content that's been coming up at the end of this week, we've got our first of our new review series. We've got the Bad Ben series podcast coming out at the end of the month. I think we've got some pretty cool stuff coming.
Cool.
All right. Well, with that, I hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the next one.